Oh shit, copyright. No, take my money, dicks. What is up, guys? I'm the Motorcycle Mick, and today your unusual Harley guy is talking about you. Hey, what's up, man? Now, before I start, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday. Today's video is all about the people that watch it. Now, if you do have what I'm going to be talking about, this doesn't pretend to you. It might be for your amusement. We are talking about 10 reasons that you, yes, you watching this, the one that's never had the chance to ride a Harley, why you won't buy one. We're gonna jump into it right now with number one. That is the price. That's right, Harleys are expensive. Lots of moolah. They're not cheap, but that is brand new. Even used, you can find some that are pretty damn expensive, but if you do some good looking, you might be able to find one for a few grand. And I know I say a few grand, like, oh, that's still a lot of money, but like for a Harley, I mean, you gotta figure how much these things normally cost people. The peasant folk that have to work their whole life away to get one, just like me. I'm one of those peasant folk. Buy one brand new, and that's that feeling of having a brand new bike. Number two is because of the crowd that rides them. That's right, you and your buddies all thought about getting bikes, but you see the guys riding around the sport bikes and you think, man, those are fast, fun, 100% way to go. But you, sir, maybe right or wrong, I don't know. My personal opinion, sport bikes are fun. I'm not gonna say they're not, but here's when you run into the problem. They're good for short rides, but when you have to ride one for a long distance, it can get uncomfortable. And I'm not talking about the ones that have been, like, you know, I'm talking about the straight up, you know, people use for track days, things like that. And those can be uncomfortable over long distances. You see the Harley and you're like, yeah, will that look cool on it? Instead of thinking about where you'd be more comfortable, you're just worried about cool. The third reason you won't buy one, if you're sticking with me, you might not now, it's because you think they're ugly. They aren't streamlined, they're bulky, they're big. Baby's got a big booty. People want a streamlined bike to look cool. If you're gonna get like a touring bike, you can get like the BMW ones, or you can get Goldwing. I mean, those look more cutting edge or technologically advanced. I mean, one's got a windshield that goes up and down, but you don't have that feeling of, you know, the nice feel of the V-twin going across. And even this, I can ride this for hours on it and be comfortable. But you won't do it because, guess what? It's not streamlined enough. It's not smooth enough. And you know what Harley took into effect on that one? Because they went to the Fat Bob. Everyone was pissed about the Fat Bob, but look at it now. It looks cool. The fourth reason that you won't get one is because you think the motor is too big. Yes. This one, if I've heard it. You think the motor on that Harley is way too big. Well, you'd be wrong, because guess what? Harley has different options all the way down to a 500cc street up to the monstrous 114 that I'm riding right now, which is almost 2,000 cc's. Granted, you can get a 117, but that requires you to buy a CVO, and that's about 50 grand. So we go back to number one with the price. Number five, the fifth reason you won't buy one, it's because they're heavy. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, Harleys aren't known for being light bikes. People don't buy them because they're light and agile. Now, Harley's weigh a lot. They're heavy. You know what? They are. They're heavy bikes, but they're also very low center of gravity, very comfortable, and you can cruise on them. 100% all day you can cruise on this bike. It's got the nice comfy seat for your butt kiss, and it's a heavy bike. But there's issues that can be resolved just by doing a little research. Just like with the motor, you can go by size of bike too, because guess what? You can get like a street, which only weighs, you know, about as much as a sport bike, or you can go with, like, you know, the Sportster. A little bit more, 1200cc motor, still enough power, and you guys saw that in that video I just made. You know what? And if you haven't watched it yet, I'll include that link right here. I don't know, my finger might have just been cut off. Who knows? It was nice having it while it lasted. Number six. What is the sixth reason you yourself will not buy a motorcycle from Harley Davidson? Tough one. Maybe the fact that your friends might make fun of you. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Your friends, going back to number two, it's not streamlined, but you get a Harley and your friends might make fun of you because they all got the sport bikes. They can fly around town and be fast and do all these crazy things. And guess what? These are fun light to light. Honestly, the torque on these makes them super fun light to light. So all your friends on sport bikes, good luck keeping up. You know, you light to light, quarter mile, like, they'll have to try and catch you, but you're gonna let your friends influence you because that's just the kind of person you are. Not mentioning any names. Dave. Number seven? It's a good one. What would be the seventh reason? Oh, that's right, because all you see when you ride around and see people on Harleys is leather, more leather, half helmets. I mean, you'd be afraid because you don't want people to judge you for wearing a full face helmet, but here I sit with a full face on my head. Why? Because I value my life and my somewhat decently looking face. I'm not saying I'm going to win any wars, but you know, I'm already ugly enough. I do not need any assistance. But just because everyone else is wearing leather, and I mean, honestly, I'm the kind of guy that wears flannel too, but that's just because I think they're comfortable. I wore that before I was riding Harley, so that's just a natural clothing item for me. But yeah, all that flannel, I mean, leather, you feel like you'd be too easily influenced to adopt that style of life, you know, be that guy. Guess what? I think you can do better. I think you could get over the crowd. I think you could make it past all that. You could do it. You can be an awesome person. You can have your Harley and be a normal person too, like no one's ever seen before. Number 8. What would be the 8th reason you would not want to buy a Harley? Number 8. What would be the 8th reason you wouldn't buy a Harley? Well, maybe you don't have a place to store a motorcycle. Man, that's a tough one. Well, if you don't live in a place where you get snow half the year, you know what? I realized something. My family member brought this to my attention. By the time you turn 30, you would have lived 15 years of your life in snow. Isn't that pretty messed up? That's pretty fucked up. I'm thinking like, what makes you want to stay here? But no, you might not have a place to store your motorcycle. Guess what? There's solutions. But you won't find those. No. It's just way too easy to say, oh, no, I have no place to put it. It's not like you couldn't park it outside your apartment and put a cover on it. That'd just be way too difficult. Or, you know, your house. Maybe you don't have room in that garage. You can't take the time to clean out just a little spot to hide that motorcycle, you know. Good place to keep it. Number 9. Wow, we have gotten far in this list. The 9th reason you would not buy a Harley, 100%, would be because you're afraid. Maybe you've never ridden before in your life. Maybe you've never been on a bike. You've ridden bicycles. Maybe you jumped on a moped once or twice, or a dirt bike. But maybe you're afraid to ride that bike because you're like, man, that's a big investment. And now I decide to go out and spend that money and I mess up that bike. What would I do? Well, they have insurance for that, but you won't find that anywhere. And 2, have confidence. Take a rider's course. Let's go. Have confidence. Take a rider's course. Learn to ride the motorcycle. Because guess what? Every place has places to learn. Whether it's Harley, whether it's a community college, they have places to learn. I mean, being truthful, Harley might hand you over a little bit, but you know what? It's part of the factor of it. My recommendation is find what's going to be best suitable for you to learn to ride. Well, you can do it, but do you have the willpower to go out, you know, like spend one of your weekends learning to ride one of the most funnest fucking things in the world? Not even a Harley, a motorcycle in general. What is the 10th and final reason that you will not buy a motorcycle? Well, that's an easy one. Your wife or significant other told you you couldn't. That's right. You take orders. You take orders like a pro. Whether you have a husband that said no, or you have a wife, or whoever your significant other is, they said no. You cannot have a machine of fun. So what does that mean for you? Oh, you're stuck. Shit out of luck. If only you had the time to figure out and talk to someone like, you know, I really want this, or just had the balls to get one. And sometimes it's better as forgiveness than permission, just saying. But no matter how much I tell you, how much information I give you watching this right now will not buy a Harley, even a motorcycle in general. And that's okay, because, you know, not everyone has the balls to ride a motorcycle. Enjoy it, have people around you. Because, I mean, let's be honest, you probably barely learned how to drive a car, so maybe that learning the bicycle is a bit rocky. But you know what? I think you can handle it. But you're right now, you're talking to yourself being like, I have the confidence to do it. And in 5 minutes, you're going to be like, nope, I give up. There's so much fun you could have on these things. But you have to have the intestinal fortitude to jump on a motorcycle. That's okay though. You'll have fun watching all your friends riding around on their motorcycles, showing up, taking their helmets off, having that helmet hair, having fun, talking about how they just want a nice ride. Saw some cool stuff, smelled the fresh air, but here you sit. But for now, guys, that's all I got for you. Let me adjust my mirror a little bit. Like I said before, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Smash it. Break your computer. I upload videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Around 3, okay? Give me some leeway. It's okay. Sometimes I get a little distracted. It might be 3:10. I have not missed a video yet, and I don't intend to. I tried a live stream once, though. It worked out. Nah. But for now, that is all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, an old noble steed Betty. Old. It's like a year and a half, 2 years old. I can't even say old right now. My noble. I hope you enjoyed this video on my noble steed. But as always, I hope you have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, tea, crumpets, nightcap. I don't know what you're doing. And remember to always ride for freedom.